What up, Dokkanners? A shocking new development in the world of Dokkan, courtesy of I Seriously. When I Seriously speaks, you seriously listen. Sorry. He has tweeted out this little nugget right here. We have 2 more EZAs coming to the worldwide download celebration, and to no one's surprise, it's units that, well, actually, I think some people are a little bit surprised about the LR, but I think that this is a pretty obvious set of EZAs that we were going to be getting. But we have now been told by I Seriously that it's going to be dropping NAMEK GOKU and Full Power Frieza. Now, obviously, this is not an official confirmation by Dokkan, but as proven from many other instances, I Seriously knows what he's talking about. So anytime they tweet something out, we listen. And this is obviously going to be something that we will be finding out for sure during the worldwide celebration live stream or video premiere, whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look at these 2 units and their EZAs. Now, I think a lot of people, probably the first question you're probably wondering is why STR Cooler was not announced in here or in this little tweet, which is a fair question because in the worldwide teaser video, I only talked about the global one, but I did pin a comment speaking about the JP one. They actually showed a picture of STR Cooler in their dialogue, in their topics. But I was assured by, well, no, I wasn't personally assured, but Goresh tweeted out and confirmed that this had absolutely nothing to do with the subject matter that they were discussing. There was no indication of any sort of EZA. There was no confirmation of anything to that effect. So this was just simply a placeholder, some sort of a visual aid to sort of just fill out the screen as they were explaining everything. Obviously, since Cooler's the focal point of the celebration, Cooler will be there in any form or fashion. But this does not confirm the STR Cooler EZA. But obviously, I feel like we all feel like it's just a foregone conclusion at this point that he will be receiving one, especially now that the NAMEK GOKU has been confirmed via I Seriously for an EZA. Because if we look at the worldwide download celebrations flow here, if we look at part 1, there is one Dokkan Fest that happens in part 1 along with everything else. Sorry for the rapid scrolling here. So last year we had the Transforming Frieza, right? So in place of this, we will be getting the NAMEK GOKU or whatever other Dokkan Festival we get. What other prominent Dokkan Festival unit would make sense in this celebration, given that it's about Super Saiyan Goku and Final Form Cooler? Naturally, Cooler would make a lot of sense. So I imagine wherever they throw in the NAMEK GOKU EZA, aka probably during part 1, then part 2 would have the antithesis for the Goku, which would be the Cooler. Makes a lot of sense, which means this guy will be also stepping up to the plate very, very soon, but we will have to receive official confirmation during the upcoming live stream. So don't take that as gospel. It's just very strong conjecture. And also, did you guys ever notice this? That the Cooler behind him is the same Cooler that we saw in the recent animations for the new Cooler that's coming up? I never noticed that before until I saw this image, which is kind of crazy. I never knew this guy was here the whole time. So that takes care of basically the part 1 and part 2 Dokkan Festival level EZAs. But worldwide download does contain a part 3, and this is where the LR comes into play. Last year for the LR EZA for part 3, we had Bardock, which I guess kind of made sense because he was like a precursor tie-in to the Frieza arc back in the day. And then of course the prophecy is like, you know, prophecy comes full circle as the son of Bardock actually stops him. So there is some correlation there. So the reason why I say that is because if we were to look at the other LRs of that caliber, like LRs from the Bardock class, if we were to find them here, actually, would they all be here? Yeah, things like Rose, Majin, Vegeta. What type of units in this bunch have any sort of correlation to Cooler? There is none. Because honestly, there are not that many Wicked Bloodline LRs in this batch. You have half of one in the Universe 7, and then the only other candidate would be, well, actually, Golden Frieza. But again, that's from Tournament of Power. The only one that would fit the bill would be Full Power Frieza, which still kind of makes sense because brother to Cooler, it's Frieza. So that's why it does make a lot of sense. I think I saw some comments reacting to this just now. Why Frieza a little bit surprised. That's pretty much why. That's the only real LR that would fit the theme of this celebration. And I think I called this a while back. So yeah, this is going to be our EZA. And I'm actually very much looking forward to that because this unit, back when the worldwide download AGL Full Power Frieza released last year, I just felt so bad for this unit because this guy is just so misunderstood. Has some beautiful animations. If you guys have not seen this LR in action, has some really, really cool animations for when it released, but the unit is just so terrible. The whole gimmick behind this character is to go on an all-out blitz, an all-out offensive with no regard for defense. And as you all know, no defense means no. You don't use them, right? So this unit needs to have some sort of value that either makes you want to compensate for that lack of defense, or it needs to be given enough of a protection element so that it could actually function and get to use some of those abilities, because more often than not, when you're below 30% health, you're probably going to be healing or doing some sort of a revival mechanic. So this whole passive is just duty, man. You gain more ki, which is cool. You gain 10%, 20%, 20%, 20%, dropping increments of 20%. It's just, it's not the greatest. I mean, the combination of links does make for a pretty nice combination. We just need more there. So I'm hoping that they either just lean into the offense a whole lot more and make him just absolutely destructive, or they just say, you know what, forget it. Let's overhaul the unit, retool him a little bit, make him a little bit more balanced, give him some defense, because why would you choose this guy over the AGL full power Frieza? Like, ever? There's no reason to. So maybe they will take the opportunity to make this guy worthwhile. Full power, he will be the second prominent lead. It's actually kind of great for the full power category. We're getting some nice representation here. We just got the EZA for the world of the Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku, and now we're going to be getting an EZA for the LR, who is also a full power lead. So this will probably go up to Ki plus 4 170, 180. I don't know what they do with the LR EZAs. It's early in the morning. I'm tired. So whatever you think this unit could look like with the EZA, let me know in the comments down below. I am very much excited for what this guy could look like. Now, looking at the Super Saiyan Goku, obviously full 170% lead for Super Saiyan's Planet Namek Saga. Fantastic leader skill, finally. This unit has always been good in terms of leads and some abilities, but there's just a couple of things missing. Causes immense damage, raising allies attack, probably in defense as well, boosting numbers overall. I hope that they could maybe try to fiddle around with the transformation conditions just a little bit for the Namek Goku. I don't imagine they would do much, if at all. This is a pretty standard, well, not standard, I would say this is actually not that bad. 70% or less starting from turn 3. The thing is, though, for a lot of the common events, after 3 turns, more often than not, you're probably not in a dire situation where you would, or maybe you are. Maybe I'm just built different. But in my experience running this unit, I would normally want to run him when I'm in a situation where I need to be stacking. So if I want to be stacking, I want to be stacking early and often. So the idea is to not be in a situation where you would have to be below 70% health. So this is somewhat counterintuitive for me, at least. So I imagine they might maybe possibly do something with this, but then again, they didn't tweak at all with the year 3 or year 4 LRs or the year 3 fusion EZAs. So maybe they don't do anything with this one as well. We'll see. You guys can let me know your predictions. And then for these the transformation state, raising attack and defense makes a lot of sense. Maybe just greatly raising defense, boosting stats overall. This unit has the ability that is similar to the Gohan, where you have a medium chance to guard, and if you do, you have a high chance to perform a critical hit for 3 turns, and your guard is activated for 3 turns. So this is basically like the Hybrid Saiyan's lead STR Gohan. All they got to do is just tweak this up a little bit, make it a high chance, make it a guaranteed guard, make it maybe a great chance for a critical hit. This would actually be a very nice unit to run with the STR Gohan, either on mono type or Goku's family or something like that. So that'd be pretty cool. And then the rage mechanic, I don't know if they would do much with this, but we'll see what they do. It's an EZA. Maybe they give this, I don't know, causes immense damage and lowers defense or something pointless. We'll see. So those are your 2 EZAs. Those are my 2 thoughts on what they could potentially look like. Let me know in the comments down below what you think these EZAs could look like, and perhaps include the cooler in the conversation. But that is hype news, folks. Again, we want official confirmation. It will be happening in a couple of short days. But in the meantime, trust I seriously. There is no reason not to. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy, ooh, coolest trending. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, I forgot what I was going to say. Be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about these EZAs? Which one do you think will look the best? Do you think STR Cooler will in fact EZA during this celebration? Or do you think that there's going to be a shocking twist and somebody else gets an EZA as well? And what do you think the free-to-play EZA set could be this year? Meta Cooler Army? Something else? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you're going to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned and to Dokkan responsibly.